Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Monday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. There is so much to talk about today. Don't know if we'll be able to fit it all in, but we will do our best. Auburn coming off the Iron Bowl on Saturday. Didn't go the way that we wanted it to, but went the way I think we thought it would. Alabama ended up pulling away late. Auburn in the game, though, ran for over 300 yards. That I was not expecting. Didn't figure out, I was having a hard time figuring out how Auburn was going to move the ball, but they moved the ball really well on the ground, which is just kind of you wonder kind of where it's been all year, if they were capable of doing this in the last 4 games. But I think it's just, again, a testament to Carnell Williams and his influence and his taking over this team and just completely changing the attitude and tone. But we'll talk about that. We'll break that down a little bit. Obviously, Auburn had a basketball game as well. They survived against St. Louis, a very scrappy, a very good team, a very solid team coached by Travis Ford. Auburn wins that one 65-60 on Sunday. Kind of an odd day to be playing in college basketball, but you don't often see Sunday games. But Auburn gets that one done. That was nice. I think that one will pay some dividends down the road. These out-of-conference games are very, very important. Auburn, one of the few teams in college basketball that remains undefeated, but if they can continue to win in the out-of-conference, look, this SEC season is going to be tough. I think I can already go see that coming. So every win that you have right here can help bolster that resume for the tournament later on down the road. So that's a big time. That's something to think about as we move forward. All that being said, I think the top subject we got to talk about is it is Monday. It is 2 days after the Iron Bowl. As far as I know, Auburn does not have a full-time head coach. We said this, we talked about this quite a bit leading up to it. Said, look, okay, Auburn's ahead of the game. You fire your coach early. There's debate about whether we should have fired Brian Harsin, let him coach out the season, or fire him early. You fire him early, you get ahead of the game. You got everything. You got 3 weeks to kind of figure things out, to do, as our buddy James would say, our due diligence, to go out and to vet all these coaches, to line up, okay, here's my number one. If he doesn't work out, I've got this lined up. I'm not panicking. I think people need to relax a little bit. Now, there's some very important dates coming up. December 2nd would be when the dead period ends for recruiting. That's a big deal. December 5th, you got the transfer portal officially opens. Auburn players can leave. You can go out and court, which Auburn definitely needs to hit the portal really hard, no matter who the coach is next year, to bring in some filler in this class. And then, of course, you get the early signing period in later December. So a lot this week is pivotal to have somebody in place and to have them working on putting a staff together, reassuring, talking to recruits, trying to bolster a class. Auburn gets a commitment today from Opelika High School, a defensive end. That's now 13 recruits in this class. Thank you, Carnell Williams, for trying to continue and to help this class build. So just so much to dive into, so much to talk about. David, I will cede the floor to you. You give me your thoughts on what's going on right now at Auburn.
Which subject? The football game, the coaching
Wherever
subject?
you want to start.
Well, I'm going to say this. I told you this before we came on the air. I want everybody to know this. I spoke yesterday at the basketball game with Jeremiah Wright and Cam Stutz, a couple of the offensive linemen that were just standing up there watching the game. And I said, guys, thank you for how you guys close the year out as Auburn men and finishing strong. And they were very, very thankful and thanked me profusely for saying that. It meant a lot to them. And good guys, man, fine young men. I'm proud of Cornell. I got my Go Crazy shirt on today in honor of Cornell and what he did, regardless of where we go from here. Now, 2 weeks ago, you said to me, if we don't have a coach by the Monday show after the Iron Bowl, I'm going to be very nervous. And then last night, you told me to relax. So you're confusing me, Andy. I considering the dates that you just threw out there, we need a coach today to get on the ground and get going. Obviously, Lane Kiffin, here's what we know. We think we know that Lane Kiffin was number one, and late in the contest, both sides started getting cold feet. He with his family and Auburn with whatever.
If there may be something with the buyout.
Right.
You've heard several different things.
I also know for a fact, I'm not going to name my source because he's on the Liberty staff. I do know for a fact that Hugh Freeze and Auburn have conducted at least 3 Zoom meetings discussing everything. So where that has
Dating
gone,
back to a week or so.
Oh, at least, maybe 2 weeks. Where that has gone and what will happen with that, I don't know. You made an interesting comment. You know, when we let social media start influencing who we hire as a coach, you know, we'll never hire one because everybody's got baggage. Who knows on the coaching search? I think only John Cohen, Rich McGlynn, and Chris Roberts know right now exactly what's going on. Anytime a new name's thrown out, I just start laughing now after everything we've been through. But I'm happy the way we finished. You know, 2 plays, Andy, in that football game. The fumble, Jarquez's fumble, and then the mystery ball touched Keontae Scott's hand, which the angle that I saw,
he didn't touch.
There's no way.
No, he didn't touch.
You know, and how that doesn't get overturned.
Catch the ball. That's what you're there for.
Either get up there and catch the ball.
We're not having this discussion. You just catch the ball.
Catch the ball.
It's a punt.
Or get out of the way.
Catch the ball.
Or get out of the way if you're not going to catch it. But those two.
I think we got to go to the phone.
Those two plays.
We got callers holding.
Were pivotal.
Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Yes. Good morning. I really enjoy your show. I watch it every day.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate it.
And I wanted to just give you my opinion about the Auburn coaching search.
Please.
I tend to think, based on how Machiavellian Jimmy Sexton is, that he was using Auburn to get Lane his extension and raise, and that he really wants Hugh Freeze at Auburn very badly. But I think at this point, the choices for Auburn are to either hire Hugh Freeze and risk the PR firestorm and possible alienation of a substantial portion of the fan base. And if they don't hire Hugh Freeze, they will be forced to hire some coach who doesn't have Jimmy Sexton as their agent.
Well, I think this, Will. I think Jimmy Sexton's just taking care of his clients. I mean, that's what he's hired to do. And there is a game played in that the way that thing goes about. And I think you're right about Freeze. Either hire him and let's go, and all those fans that say they'll be off the bandwagon, Freeze comes in and starts winning, they'll be back. But we got something needs to be done very quickly, for sure.
And I just wanted to add that, as you said, David, Sexton is a master of manipulation. And, of course, that's what his clients are paying him to do.
That's right. Yeah.
But they got to get it right this time.
Yes, sir. They do. That's for sure.
Yes, sir. I enjoy your show. I hope y'all both have a great. David, I want to ask you, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Fairfield High School in Birmingham.
Okay. I had you confused with another David that I knew it back in the Jacksonville State who had gone to Columbiana. But anyway, I'll let somebody else have the air now, and hope y'all both have a great day.
Thank you, Will. Appreciate
you, Will.
Yep.
Let's go back to it. Hey, caller, you on the Auburn Blitz?
Yes.
Hey, Jack, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you today?
Doing wonderful.
I would like to make the comment
Go ahead.
that whoever they hire, I know you can't give potential coaches an ultimatum.
Just talk to us on the phone, Jack. You're all right.
But they need to compensate Carnell Williams for the job he has done. And hopefully the new coach will consider that in his hire. And he is very important when it comes to recruiting for Auburn this year. And it will be, I think, a disaster if they don't compensate him and make every effort to keep him on the staff.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. I think that's probably been discussed. I wouldn't be surprised if that's been discussed in interviews, but I think people understand at this point how important he is to the university, and I would be shocked if the next head coach doesn't come in and keep him on staff. Jack, we got to go to break. I appreciate the call. Call us again sometime, okay?
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Jack.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls, LLC.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, it's Brett Pritchard, and I'm here to tell you all about Sims Foods, who you know better as Wickles Pickles. Wickles Pickles, that 90-year-old recipe, wickedly delicious. Relish, okra, and pickles. From Saturday sandwiches, tailgate snacks, to holiday dinners with your family and friends. From their family to yours, Wickles Pickles, those wickedly delicious pickles.
Wickles Pickles, wickedly delicious pickles.
Concrete Basement and Walls LLC, 205-229-0234. Call owner Eric McKenzie now to get your free quote now. 205-229-0234. Concrete Basement and Walls LLC.
No monthly payments until springtime at Glenn Smith in Opelika. How about a brand new Chevrolet Buick or GMC with no payments till springtime? New Chevy Equinox as low as $359 a month. New Buick Enclaves up to $4,000 off. New GMC Terrains up to $5,000 off.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way at Glenn Smith and Opelika. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. 256-234-6221. If you got thoughts on the Auburn coaching search right now, let us know. A lot of talk about there. Again, David and I had a conversation last night. I said, look, I think people need to relax a little bit. Now, I've said that leading up to this. I said, yes, I'm going to start getting nervous if we didn't have a coach on Monday. And it's Monday, and apparently, there's not a coach right now. We have not officially offered a coach a job yet. Now, that's plausible deniability. That's kind of the way these things work. Yeah. You get, you do these. You talk and you say, well, okay, this. What if we offered you this, and then we'll officially make the offer, and you can accept it. But we never really officially made an offer to Lane Kiffin. We can say that, although I feel pretty comfortable in saying the job was his if he wanted it. Now, apparently he decided to stay at Ole Miss. People, that's okay. If that was his choice, that's okay. Okay, now, if we can all agree that he was the number one choice, whether you wanted him to be or not, whether I wanted him to be or not, I don't think he was necessarily number one on my list. But if he was number one on John Cohen's list, and for whatever reason the deal fell apart at the end, you couldn't make an official offer until the end of the season anyway, until, after that was over. So for people to say, well, now things are just spinning out of control, that's not accurate. Okay, so that didn't work out at the last minute. Fine. You moved to number two. Hugh Freeze, he was my number one guy. I understand he's got baggage. I understand there's some other things out there. It's going to be some negative PR about this to begin with. And for all these Auburn, for all the Auburn people, I'll never pull for Auburn again. Sure they will. Everybody says that. We can't let social media dictate. If John Cohen and Rich McGlynn and Chris Roberts have vetted him and they feel comfortable with everything that's going on, and they hire Hugh Freeze, then I'm fine with it. And I think he'll do a good job. I think he's a good coach. That I'm hearing things. Maybe Hugh Freeze is still the guy. He was the number two, and he will be named at some point. Where does Auburn go? If it's not Hugh Freeze, I don't have a clue.
But, Andy, I'm going to say what you and I were saying before the break. I'd rather us be a few days late and get the right guy in than panic, jump the gun, and say, oh, we got to get our guy in today. We're late. Let's hire this guy. And I don't think that John Cohen operates like that. I think he's going to get the right guy in there. Like you said, I know there's some mess going on with Hugh Freeze. His family has forgiven him. He's back with his wife. The thing at Liberty, that was something that some athletes did. He has not been implicated in that at all. You got one person on social media that's just blowing this thing up. And, boy, she's famous now, so congratulations to her, okay? But, God forgive me if I'm speaking out of school here. But just let's let the process take its course. I agree with you. I think Lane Kiffin was the number one guy. I think he was going to be offered a contract and would have been in Auburn today had his family not said, Dad, we're not ready. We love Ole Miss. He's got one that's going to Oxford next year. And evidently, Andy, they did the 4-year extension and 4 more years, and that was all booster-raised money on his extension. So they stepped up to the plate. So congratulations to him. If that's what he wanted to do, there you go.
All right, let's go back to the phone line. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Yeah, hey, this is Morris. How y'all doing?
I'm good, Morris.
Hey,
How about you?
All right. I'm doing good. I just want to comment on what y'all were saying, and both of y'all are right on my page. One thing about Cornell, and I don't have a dog in the race, but I'm not, like, I'm enjoying watching all this, just to see how it turns out. But, and I don't mean that in an ugly way. I mean it just as a person that, likes to stay on top of things. If they gave, and I hear all this stuff about fans, and let me tell you, this ain't Auburn, this is every school, including Alabama. Oh, yeah, everybody wants it because he's the pick of the day. But let me tell you, if he's hired and he don't do a good job, after he loses about 2 games in a row or 3, they turn on him. And y'all know what I'm saying. I'm saying that in a nice way. I mean, fans are so fickle. They want somebody, but as soon as that person don't do exactly like they thought they do, then that's the worst hire in the world. So I'm just going to say that about that. Has nothing to do with Cornell's ability or anything like that. All my Alabama friends back when Debo's was hired, I've been through this, and let me tell you, I become an enemy to some Alabama people, but I told them, I said, this is the worst hire that could be. And then when they didn't fire him, when he got into it with his secretary, I become even a worse Alabama fan because, what will we do about it, Coach? But anyway, I know y'all don't want to talk. I'm just saying there is some validity to what I'm saying. And then going back, I've said from the beginning, I think I called in y'all's show one time, and Hugh Freeze, and I think Andy was the one in line. I had no idea what did, but what he's did, if it's paying players and this, that, and that, and I'm talking about, now I'm not talking about Penn State stuff. Y'all know where I'm coming from. I mean, that kind of stuff, you should never be allowed to coach again. But what, he just got caught doing what all the schools, Alabama, look, I'm an Alabama fan, and they've had special players forever. Y'all know what I'm saying, special players. So, my idea, when I see Hugh Freeze, and I liked him at Ole Miss, I don't mind saying that. I thought he's perfect. I think he would be the next Pat Dye at Auburn. Now, that's just my feeling. But anyway, I'm going to hang up because I don't want to take up y'all's fans' time, but I just wanted to put that out there for y'all to comment on.
Thank you, Morris. Appreciate it. We got to go to break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial building. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new, convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Sentricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you for about 30 more minutes in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate for all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast. Give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. They got a beautiful new facility out there on 49 in Dadeville. The parking lot looks like it's about
all
done.
All paved up now.
Wow, I mean, it is a really, really nice place. They are doing some really big-time business here around Lake Martin, and there's really no other – I mean, there's no more beautiful place to be than Lake Martin in the spring, summer, and even fall. So go if you're in that market, go and check them out. Big Fish Real Estate.
And Andy, let me say this: if you're a business and you're looking for some office space,
yeah,
I would imagine there would be some office space for
I
rent.
would think that's probably true
in
too.
that beautiful building.
We're hearing more and more that it is Hugh Freeze is still very much in the mix, and that there is maybe some final last minute, dotting of the I's, crossing of the T's. but it seems more and more like it's pointing toward Hugh Freeze being the next head coach at Auburn. That's not going to make a lot of, there's going to make a lot of people, a lot of vocal people on social media happy. But at this point, I don't really, you can have your opinion, you can feel that way, and that you have that right to feel that way. And that's fine. But we'll just see what happens. A lot of comments coming through. Let me try to get to some of those. Randy says thoughts on Will Herring's video. I'm not sure which video we're talking about.
He put out a video, I think, concerning the Hugh Freeze hire.
Okay.
And I was about to click it, and something diverted me at the house.
Okay.
And I meant to watch it, Randy, and I didn't get a chance to watch it. I'm gonna watch that after the show.
So look, I'm not going to say this with 100% assurity, but it looks like it's Hugh Freeze as the head coach at Auburn. Let's just say that.
And if Will Herring's video was negative toward Hugh Freeze, here's what I hope for Will Herring, for me, for you, for everybody. Just get behind the hire. I tried to do the same thing with Harsin, and I was very generous with my support, till right toward the end. Knowing what I know now about what was going on during the Harsin regime, I would have changed my support a lot quicker. However, if that's who it is, let's get behind him and let's get going, because he will recruit his tail off. He'll flip this roster, and I think the guys that are on campus right now will buy in.
Look, I said he was my number one choice way back when this started. And I said, I think he's a better coach. I think he's a little bit better coach than Gus Malzahn. I don't know if he's a lot better, but he's a better coach than Gus Malzahn. I think he's a better recruiter than Gus Malzahn. So I think we could get better results than Gus Malzahn. And, I think I feel pretty comfortable with that. If it doesn't work out, hey, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. But
you've never been wrong.
No, well, never, surely not. I am a big believer in forgiveness. He made some mistakes years ago, by the way, years ago. So now this other thing that's come out now, I don't know anything about it, even enough to comment on it. But again, if Cohen and the president and everybody else has been in discussions and have these talks, then certainly they have vetted it enough to feel comfortable with it to hire him. In his favor, I will say this. For all, people say, well, how good a coach is Hugh Freeze? Think about this now. Ole Miss, he took over Ole Miss after Houston Nutt had absolutely driven it into the bedrock.
Yes, he did.
Okay, Houston Nutt went 4-8 and 1-7, and then went 2-10 and 0-8 in the SEC. So Hugh Freeze took over Ole Miss after they went 1-15 in the SEC. He immediately went 7-6, 8-4, 9-3, or I'm sorry, 8-5, 9-4, and 10-3. Got better for four straight years.
Yeah.
Recruited and brought in a top 5 class, recruiting class. So I'm just saying, look, you look what he's done at Liberty. I think, yes, okay, people are going, he got blown out by New Mexico State. He lost, to UConn. And they lost 3 games down the stretch. Well, so did Kiffin, and you wanted him. So,
he's lost 3 of his last 4, Andy.
Yeah, that's right. So, look, it's always going to be a bit of a gamble when you hire a coach, but we'll see what happens.
And, Andy, let me say one more thing. To the people that say, he paid players, you really want to go there?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
He got, still – there's still something to that. I don't care. You'll never convince me otherwise that there wasn't something to that Ole Miss was just made an example of. Everybody was doing the same thing. He just might have been doing it, or they might have been in a little bit of a higher gear than everybody else, but whatever. Randy says, how many do we need from the portal? Ed says 45 to 50. I'm not sure we need quite that many, but obviously you need 2 or 3 really good offensive linemen. You need I think you need a couple of linebackers. I think you need a couple of defensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
I like the running back room Auburn's got. I like the receivers. You could bring in one dynamic receiver. That'd be great.
Yeah.
But I think offensive line is the biggest one, which is certainly been a problem for a while. Nita says, watch. It's okay.
That's my neighbor.
Okay.
She been searching for.
Wes says, first, I was wrong about Lane. Secondly, John Cohen should have hired him, meaning Lane, before the Iron Bowl. Next, Lane and Hugh 0-6 in the last 3 games. Cole Kublik should be fired. Okay.
What Cole say?
I'm not sure. No reason for us not to have a coach named by now, says Dale. This is insanity. I still think it will be Hugh Freeze. Ty, looks like you may be right. Could our number one be Todd Monken and we get him? Can't get him yet. Maybe he brings McGee and Searles with him. It doesn't look like that's the case, Steve, but that's an interesting take. We got to take a break. We'll come back. We'll run down some more of these. We'll take your phone calls. More to come on the Auburn Blitz.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
At CNT Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce, because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
76% of nurses say they went into the profession because they wanted to help patients. No matter the reason you decided to become a nurse, you have all the tools needed to advance your degree at Jacksonville State University. Our Master's in Nursing program is now offered fully online and can be completed in less than 2 years. You can customize a flexible course schedule so you can receive your advanced education degree all while working on the front line. JSU Nursing, your opportunity to advance your career and serve your community.
Country Clipper zero-turn mowers are designed for comfort, accessibility, and ease of use. Only Country Clipper offers your choice of steering options with industry-exclusive joystick steering or twin lever steering. Their patented stand-up deck, standard on every model, allows for quick access to the underside of the deck for routine maintenance. With a wide front step and optional handrail, getting on or off your mower has never been easier. Stop by Fun Carts of Opelika today for a test drive. Country Clipper mowers, designed for you. Fun Carts of Opelika, located at 618 Lee Road 113 in Opelika, Alabama.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City. I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River Region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker, Brubaker, Brubaker.
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We are brought to you by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage, closing loans in about 15 days. They are doing great work there. Award-winning company, Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. Go and check them out today for all your mortgage needs. 256-397-0248. 256-397-0248. Let me try to get to some of these, a few more of these comments, David.
Sure.
Let's see, where do we get down to? Congratulations to B.B. Comer for going in the Super 7 in Jordan-Hare. They'll have their hands full with Fife, but that ought to be a really, really good game. Congratulations to B.B. Comer.
They beat the stew out of Highland home.
Yes, they did. That was surprising.
Yeah.
Jamie says, if it is Hugh Freeze as Auburn's coach, his baggage stops at the moment. He has to be the boss. Also, please don't talk like Gus. Be the Auburn man and move fast in all things that he has to do. Enough said, War Eagle. I agree. He's got to be the man in charge, and he's got to make wise decisions. Auburn gave Bruce Pearl a second chance. It turned out great, and I think it will turn out great for Hugh Freeze. Serious question, Luke says, is it not odd to you? No other school has pursued Freeze. Lots of jobs open. None looked at him. Maybe not important, but it is odd. Nathan, I think that Freeze will work out. He will do the necessary politicking that the boosters appreciate. He also has a Southern charm that the Auburn family will love. That is true. Blake says 24/7 has an article about James Franklin being contacted and asked how much interest he had over the weekend. Said backlash over possible Freeze hire made him seek other coaches, including TCU coach Sonny Dykes. Okay. Luke says also, if Freeze did in regards to recruiting isn't a big deal, here's hoping Jeremy Pruitt is back in the SEC soon because it is essentially the same thing. I would say that pretty much every coach could be run out for illegal recruiting. I'm just saying. And I did say, and I do recall Nick Saban wanting Hugh Freeze as his OC. So, and how was that received by everybody in the league? It was not good. But it was soon. I mean, at some point there has to be a statute of limitations on things. Herring video, very positive for Freeze.
I hadn't seen that, Dale. Thanks for clarifying that. I love the Will Herring hype video on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, he did a really, really good job on that.
So I need to go watch that after the show for sure.
And Will Herring's another guy very respected among Auburn people.
Absolutely.
So I've done come on the show before. I've interviewed him a couple of times if I remember right. So he's like I don't know. I mean, I need to watch the video. Yeah. I haven't been able to catch that, but I'll check that after.
Watch that. Yeah.
It is immaterial, to be honest with you, whether he gets hired or not. But like I said, nothing official from Auburn quite yet, but all signs are pointing to Hugh Freeze being the next coach at Auburn University.
Andy, I think before the sun sets today, we'll have a really, really good.
We said by Monday.
Yeah, still
day's not over yet. So,
and you've never been. You and my wife have never been wrong. So,
this is true.
She wanted Dion. So,
yeah.
Well, my daughter said, "Dad, if Auburn hires Kiffin, I'm done being an Auburn fan."
Why didn't she like
Well,
Kiffin?
they like Dabo at Clemson because my son-in-law's been to. And I said, well, you're a Clemson fan too. You like Clemson. When Dabo leaves Clemson and they become crap again, you going to not like Clemson anymore? I mean, come on. She'll get over it.
Yeah,
she's over it now because it ain't going to be Kiffin.
No, that's true. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, never say never.
You never know anything. I mean, what could happen tomorrow? But I'm just ready to get this over with and start moving forward. We can weather Auburn's big enough to weather a storm of bad PR. They've done it for years.
Yeah, that's right.
So
We've
they ought
never
to be
had
good
that
at
before,
it by
have
now.
we? Never been bad PR about Auburn.
Let's try to catch a quick phone call here. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Yes, I was just wanting to know who coach we gonna get and who is the how many they gonna interview.
Well, we've interviewed several. It looks to be there's nothing official yet, but we are hearing pretty strong signs that Hugh Freeze is going to be Auburn's next coach.
Do you think that'd be a good fit?
I do. I think he fits in really well at Auburn. I think he checks a lot of boxes. Really good recruiter. I think he's an innovative offensive guy. I think he fits in with the value system as far as, Auburn is concerned. So I definitely think, yes, he would be a good fit.
Okay, then. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
Tommy.
Appreciate it, Tommy. We didn't have a chance to talk much about the Iron Bowl. Robbie Ashford, and to go for him, I don't know if you read that article about him. He'd been banged up all year and having all these, issues and
Said
just
there were
kind of
nights he
struggling
couldn't
through.
sleep.
Yeah,
Man,
and saying
from the
he,
pain.
looking back on it, he still don't know if he made the right decision not to shut it down. But where would we be with Holden Gardner out there, or Trey Lindsey?
Yeah.
Or my goodness, give him some credit for just going out there and being a warrior, and laying it on the line for Auburn. You can tell he's got a lot of love for Auburn, but he will drop back. That pass he threw, that touchdown pass he threw to Javarius Johnson.
Gorgeous.
You can't throw it any back. I mean, he will make a play like that, and it makes you think that's what he's capable of.
Yeah.
I mean, you go back to the LSU game and some of those throws he made, you go, that's what he's capable of? Can he reproduce that on a back-to-back basis, down to down to down? Because if you add that in with his running ability, he really can be a good SEC quarterback.
It reminds me of Nick Marshall. Nick wasn't a phenomenal passer,
No.
but he was adequate. If Robbie could just improve his passing game a little bit between this year and next year, he could be deadly.
We'll just leave it at that. We got to take one more break, but we'll be back with one final segment of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your number one stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Only one more segment left in this Monday show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We're taking you up to 1 o'clock. It looks like all signs, we could be wrong, but it appears that Hugh Freeze will be the next head football coach at Auburn University. I don't know if that announcement will come tonight or if it will come tomorrow, but we will see. If it doesn't come on Tuesday, then we might have to reevaluate. I would think, but
yeah, I think if it's not by tomorrow's show, you and Randy will have plenty to spin. But
yeah,
and here's the other thing, Andy. That's all I'm gonna say. I've read some of the most ridiculous comments on social media from Auburn fans about the coaching search. Look, if it's Hugh Freeze, get behind the hire. And if you can't get behind the hire, go find somebody else to cheer for. I'm sorry. I hate to be a rear end hole about that, but look, it is what it is. You're going to support Auburn's choice. Now, at some point where he gives you a reason not to support him, once he's at Auburn, okay, that happened with Harsin.
Yeah.
We're going to pray that don't happen again. But get behind him. And I'll say this, too. It will be interesting to see what this next month unfolds, if it's him, and once he gets on campus with the portal and all of that.
Yeah.
Commitments.
I'm getting some pretty strong confirmation, so that it's Freeze.
Care not to share?
So, well, I'll just say that I
We'll
feel
talk after
comfortable
the
in
show.
saying he's going to have to be wearing an Auburn visor very, very soon, and we'll roll him out there for a press conference. You were at the basketball game.
Yes.
Quickly, the Auburn St. Louis. You said Travis Ford's kind of a whiner.
Man, I thought Cal had the prize, but Travis Ford's close second, man. He whined the whole game, worked the officials, standing 7-8 feet out on the court. It was
What
fun.
was it that they were doing that was just giving Auburn fits?
Well, it's just some calls that could have gone either way. I mean, it was let me say this, though. There was a weird vibe in there yesterday, Andy. They even invited the standing room only people to come down and sit in some of the jungle section because it was not full. It was a really laid back, kind of subdued crowd. Sunday after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I guess the tryptophan from the turkey was still taking effect. But now, and my wife and I were sitting there, and I said, we hadn't made our big run yet. It was 9 minutes to go in the game. She said, well, when are we going to make it? I said, between 5 and 6. I didn't know it was going to be under 3 when we made the run, but we outscored them 11-0, and that place came alive.
Oh, on TV, it came across there to him, man.
Yes.
The guy announcer was like, it is so loud in here, I can't.
You're right. That was an SEC-type vibe those last 3 minutes, solid. But now before then, I mean, it was lit, but not like normal. But If we don't start shooting the ball a little better, we're going to be in some trouble down the line and get some really better. Now, St. Louis is a fine team. They've beaten Memphis. They've beaten Providence. They're well coached. At point guard's pretty darn good. It was a good win for us, for sure.
Definitely. Yeah. Congratulations to the Auburn volleyball team. They make the NCAA tournament for only the second time in program history. The first time was in 2010. It's been a while. New coach Brett Crouch, he's been there like this is his third season. He has taken that team from being one of the dregs of the SEC to now they finished the season 21-8 and 10-8 overall. So they're going to head out to Omaha, Nebraska, and take on Creighton in the first round of the NCAA tournament. So congratulations to them for sure.
And Andy, young.
Very young, led by freshmen.
Yeah.
So they ought to get better and better.
The freshman all-conference girl, they introduced her at one of the breaks yesterday with Coach Crouch out on the floor. And that said, they were telling everybody to watch the selection show. I think it was on ESPNU or something.
Right.
Congratulations. Better days ahead for the volleyball program for sure.
Not just a football school, not just a basketball school, not just a baseball school, but so much more. Super 7 this week at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Wednesday, it will be Thompson and Auburn High School. That should be a very fun game to kick things off. It should be an enormous crowd there, I would think, at Jordan-Hare for that one. So we'll see what happens, kind of a rematch of the 2020 state championship game in which Auburn was celebrating. Thompson was crying on the sideline.
Unbelievable.
And, 5 minutes later, Thompson was the state champion and Auburn was – and they fired the coach. Yeah. I mean, it was bad.
Thompson with an 8th grade quarterback, Andy.
Yeah. Yeah. That should be very interesting. That's kind of changed their offensive season as well. Yeah. They've gotten better and better. Yeah. All right, so it is quickly November the 28th. Happy birthday, Clarence Fountain. He was among a member of the Blind Alabama Boys. Mm-hmm. You ever?
Yeah.
I like them. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He passed away in 2018. Paul Warfield, remember him? Wide receiver for the Dolphins.
Dolphins, yeah.
1942, still kicking.
Big, tall, lanky.
There you go.
Yeah.
Randy Newman, you like good songwriter.
Short people got no business to live.
You got a friend in me.
Yes, that's
1943.
Right. Yeah.
It's a jungle out there. Paul Schaefer.
You know what? Some of the best late show music ever.
He really was a musical genius.
And they bring special guests in and just kill their originals.
And could right off the top of his head, just play nobody anything.
Unbelievable.
Just really, really, really.
Yeah.
Ed Harris, fine actor, 1950. Dave Rigetti, pitching coach. I think he'd do a perfect game one time, or no hitter maybe, on July 4th. Am I right? Is that who I'm thinking about? Judd Nelson from the Breakfast Club. Bender, John Bender, John Stewart, born on this day, Walt Weiss, Matt Williams. Whatever happened to Matt Williams? Great, power hitter, backed up, hit cleanup for the Giants with Barry Bonds.
Oh, yeah.
Hitting third.
Yeah.
And then he just kind of went away. Anna Nicole Smith, born on this day, 1967, died in 2007.
Yeah.
Never got to spend any of that money from the oil baron.
Tragic.
And Freddie Mitchell, the wide receiver for the Philadelphia Eagles that actually thanked his hands in a press conference for being so good. You can't beat that, really. 1978, Freddie Mitchell. It's going to wrap it up for us. I'm Andy. He's David. Hugh Freeze at Auburn. Looks like that's the case.
You called it.
Well, don't go. Join us tomorrow.
You're so
long for now.
So confused right now.
So long for now. Yeah, I didn't know. We got to go. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.